ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Giggity, my name is Mike, and in today's video, we are going to be ranking every Prestige 1 emblem in Call of Duty history from COD 4 onward. Not the first three Call of Duties, because I never played those, and I feel like most people kind of just think of Call of Duty as like, it started at COD 4. Like, we all know it's like, yeah, COD 1, 2, 3, Finest Hour, Big Red Dingaling or whatever it was called, the Big Red Rocket, those are all exist, sure, but like they didn't have like a good foundation multiplayer like we had in COD 4. So I think that's where we're going with. It's where I started, but we're going to be ranking every Prestige 1 emblem in each one of them. It's a new series that we're going to be doing if it works out. Obviously, if you guys don't like it and I get no views and all the comments of people being like, maybe not do this. Be honest, by the way. If you don't like this video, be honest with me, man. I can take criticism. I'm a grown man. I'm 25 years old. You can make fun of me in the comments, be like, yeah, this was horribly boring to watch. And if you think it is, let me know, because then we won't finish it, obviously. But if it does do good, this might be a new series where we will be ranking each COD Prestige icon or emblem or whatever you want to call it for each number 1 through 10, and then the Master Prestige, obviously, at the end, just based on looks, obviously, because that's all there is really to these. It's just looks. It doesn't really add anything different to the game, except for you have a new icon next to your name. But yeah, we're only going to be doing 1 through 10 if this series does take off, by the way. This is Prestige 1 emblems, but next will obviously be Prestige 2. But we're only going to do it through 1 through 10 because even though I know some CODs go up to like 15 or whatever, there are also some CODs that go up to freaking 30, cough cough, Infinite Warfare. And so obviously if we went up to 30, there would be a video going ranking all Prestige 25 emblems in COD history. Coming in at first place and dead last at the same time, Infinite Warfare, because it's the only one with 25 Prestige emblems. So we're just going to go up to 10 because every COD has at least 10, and then we'll do the Master Prestige at the end for ones that do have that. We're also splitting it up into 5 tiers, by the way: the awful tier, bad tier, average tier, good tier, and the best tier. And song of the day is called Him All Along by Gunna. It's a rap song, obviously, so if you don't like rap music, don't listen to it, but if you do, give this thing a listen, man. I was not a big fan of mumble rap until I heard Gunna. Now I kind of like Gunna, man. Gunna's good. Gunna knows what he's doing. But without further ado, let's get right into it with number 23. In my opinion, the worst Prestige 1 emblem in COD history. Oh yeah, you guys are probably scratching your head right now and going, 23, there's only 18 since COD 4. Blackout, COD 4's, or Black Ops 4's Blackout, Black Ops 4's Zombies, Infinite Warfare Zombies, and Black Ops 3's Zombies all have their own icons. And there's actually, I think, even one more that I'm forgetting about right now. What am I forgetting about? I know I'm forgetting about one. Oh, World War II Zombies. Yeah, they all have their own Prestige icons. And so we are going to be counting those separately because they are separate icons. So either way, coming in at 23rd place and the worst of all the Prestige 1 icons is easily MW19's, because it doesn't really have one. It does have a Prestige mode, but the way that, dude, this was one of the stupidest decisions Call of Duty's ever made. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I'm sick of acting like it wasn't. This was like my problem with modern Call of Duties. The Prestige system. They fixed it since then. Since MW2, it's been okay now. It's been fine. I did think it was kind of weird in MW2 and MW3, but it was whatever. It was at least a way to track your progress. But in MW19, Cold War, and Vanguard, the way the Prestige system worked was so stupid, and MW19's was by far the stupidest. Pretty much every player got to level 55, and then after that, you were prestiged. And then every season, you could, if you grinded enough, you could get up to level 155, but that was the max. And then the next season, it would reset you back down to 55, and you had to do it all over again. You got no new emblems or anything like that. It was just a 5-star icon that we all know of as Commander nowadays that you would get once you reach level 155. It was stupid. It was bad. It was by far the ugliest. It was by far the boringest. Every COD has this emblem, but it's just when you reach level 55. Coming in at 22nd place, however, is the COD with the most Prestige emblems of all Call of Duties. By the way, I didn't really know what I was going to do for the background clips for these, so in the background it's just going to be like cool clips I found of Call of Duty gameplay or whatever, and then I'll just put up pictures of whatever emblem it is we are talking about. That way you guys can remember and you have your brain refreshed or whatever. But either way, coming in at 22nd place is Infinite Warfare's. It's quite literally just a skull in a, what is that? Is that a hexagon? Is that what that is? It's a 6-sided shape. I don't know which one's the 6-sided. No, octagon is 8. I think it's a hexagon. I think either way, it's just a skull, man. It's just a silver skull, nothing special. Moving on. Coming in at 21st place, barely missing out on the top 20, is one of my favorite Call of Duties, but I will be the first to admit that its Prestige 1 icon is so freaking boring. World War II's. World War II, like I said, one of my favorite CODs of all time, but the Prestige icon is quite literally just like turd brown circle with a star in the middle. And then it has like some letters above it, but you can't see the letters unless you're looking at it like up close and personal, and that's never going to happen, obviously. It's boring, is what I'm trying to get at. It is so freaking boring, but it makes sense. I mean, they're going for a World War II realistic. They didn't want like the flashiest colors of all time or whatever, but it is definitely not my cup of tea. And breaking its way into the top 20, and the final one for the awful tier before we get into the bad tier is World at Wars, because it's pretty much exactly the same thing as World War II's. It technically actually does have a little bit less detail in it, but there's just something about it, and I'll tell you guys exactly what it is, but you guys are going to make fun of me for it. So it is the fact that it kind of resembles a rune in Elden Ring. I don't know if anybody watching this video gets that reference, but for some reason every time I look at this emblem I think of the runes in Elden Ring, and those would give me like extra runes to spend on my character and everything, so I kind of look at those with a nice light, and so I'm putting it one spot higher, but they're pretty much like exactly the same looking. All right, but now we're into the bad tier. So the prestige icons in this tier, when you reached first prestige, you weren't like, wow, that's freaking awesome, let's go, I'm in first prestige, but you were like, okay, here goes it kind of made you want to grind more almost, because it would make you want to get out of that prestige and unlock the second one. And coming in at 19th place is COD Vanguards. It is really similar to World at Wars and World War II's, because obviously that's what Vanguard was the most uncreative game of all time, and they were kind of just copying everything. Yeah, it's just a circle with a star in the middle. This one is definitely more detailed, obviously, because it is a newer one, and it's silver instead of like a poop bronze, so I do think it looks a little bit better, but overall it's definitely nothing special. It's relatively the same thing as World at Wars and World War II's. And coming in at 18th place is going to be going to the last of these very similar ones, World War II Zombies. Yeah, COD is like the most uncreative company of all time when it comes to Prestige 1 emblems in World War II style games, apparently, because they're all just exactly the same. It's a circle with a star in the middle. This one has a bunch of red outlines, though, because it's zombies, so it's supposed to look like blood and scariness. And so I do think that's cooler, obviously, than just the regular bronze one that we have in multiplayer. Although I do think the background of this one looks a little bit worse, because it looks like a cracked cookie or something. Like it's like somebody stomped on the earth. Like if you step on that crack, you'll break your brother's back or something like that. Coming in at 17th place, finally out of the just random star in a big circle emblems, but we're not out of the stars yet, don't worry, but we're out of those. Coming in at 17th place is easily COD Ghost's emblem. COD Ghost is another star, but it has like wings on the side of it, and it's in like a diamond pattern in the background, and it's silver and nice and shiny and everything. COD Ghost, I think, did prestiges perfectly. The prestige emblems perfectly, I should say. The prestige emblems just got better and better as you went on, pretty much, and it is kind of upgraded on the first one. So every time you prestiged up, it would just get like a little bit more detailed, a little bit more stuff going on it, and the prestige one was a good base to start with. It was boring, sure, it wasn't anything special, and I definitely don't, it's still in the bad tier, you know what I'm saying? I'm still not a big fan of it, but it was a good start. Alrighty, now we're getting into, already, because there's quite a bit of them like this, we're now getting into the ones that don't really have much to do with military in the slightest bit, and they're just kind of really cool things that are like, yeah, that's manly, that's what men like, gosh darn it. And that's kind of what they kind of went for with prestige emblems more recently in Call of Duty, but I'm not complaining, some of them are really cool. This one's definitely not one of them though. 16th place is MW3 2023's prestige 1 emblem. It's just like a bear with like knives behind it and glowing red eyes. It sounds kind of cool at first, and it is kind of cool at first, until you realize that MW3 kind of had the same formula as Ghost did, where every time you prestige, the emblem just gets cooler and cooler. Like the next, like Prestige 2 is just the same bear, but now it has a little bit more cool stuff going on, and so it kind of just is like unforgettable, or forgettable, I should say. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this, but I'll just mention it now. MW3's emblem is also animated. It moves a little bit and does some kind of things, which is obviously pretty cool, and I'm really happy that it's something that they decided to do. But either way, coming in at 15th place is MW2 2022's emblem as well. Same thing, pretty much. It's another animated emblem. It like shows, it's a skull, by the way, with a knife going through it, and then it has, that's pretty much all it is, but the knife like moves, and the skull like mouth opens and closes, I believe, which is like the animation to it, which is cool. But the only problem with MW2's emblems is it's so hard to tell them apart. Honestly, MW3's emblems are kind of the same way. It's like when you're looking at them in game and they're very small on the screen, you could barely tell what prestige people are. You can look at the numbers on them, and so obviously that helps, but besides that, dude, it's like, how does this look any different from Prestige 2? It's not a bad emblem, it's just forgettable because every emblem looks like it. I will say MW2 gets better once you start to get up to the higher prestiges, like once you get up to like level 750 and stuff, then the prestiges start to get a little bit cooler, but still a little, like, it's just kind of forgettable, man. Okay, this one might be a guilty pleasure, might be a little bit rose-tinted glasses, might be a little nostalgia playing into it here, but coming in at 14th place and the final one for the bad tier, before I get into the average tier, is the OG MW2 from 2009's Prestige 1 emblem, which is like a cross, and then in the middle of the cross is a star. It's a brown cross with a silver star. Realistically speaking, I know some people are going to be like, how is that much better than like World War II's? Well, the cross is cooler, first of all, than just a random circle. That's already cooler. And then you got to keep in mind that this was made back in 2009, man. Like, that's pretty freaking cool, and it's different from any other of the other emblems in MW2. Like, it does look different. I like it. I don't know, man. It's still not great. It's in the bad tier, but I do think it's better than what we've talked about so far. Alrighty, but now we are into the average tier. So the prestige icons or emblems, whatever you want to call them, in this tier are average. I'm not super excited looking at them. They don't if I reach Prestige Master on Black Ops 6, for example, and I get to level 100, I probably won't put these ones on as my emblem. I probably won't rock them and be like, yeah, look how cool that is. But I'm definitely not, disappointed in them. And coming at 13th place is the first ever Prestige 1 emblem, COD 4's. COD 4's Prestige 1 emblem is just like this, another, again, I think it's a hexagon. I'm so bad with shapes, man. I should have just looked it up. I don't know why I'm making myself look like such a moron right now. I could have literally saved myself from all this embarrassment if I just looked it up before making this video. But that's not what I do, gosh darn it, I'm an embarrassing guy. I think it's a hexagon with an eagle in the middle of it. It's just so freaking American and so cool and so military. And for COD 4, that's back in 2007, man. Good job, man. It's a good emblem. Coming in at 12th place is cool, but every time I see it, I kind of picture a Harley Davidson rider that low-key beats his wife when he gets home, because it's Infinite Warfare Zombies emblem, and it's literally just a skull with sunglasses on. That's it. And they're also the kinds of sunglasses that people would wear back when you were 13 years old and they thought they were cool party animals, where they have they're not actual sunglasses, but they have these random lines going through it. It was cool back in 2013. It's the most again, Harley Davidson rider. I think it's cool, manly stuff of all time. It's not bad, but it just gives off weird vibes. And coming in at 11th place is, this one's not bad either. The only slight problem is I just never really remember it, because I never was a fan of Blackout. It's Black Ops 4's Blackout's Prestige 1 emblem, which is just a triangle, and in the picture of the triangle is a red wolf, but on the back of the red wolf is a skull. Again, COD is just kind of how can we make this look more manly? Oh, I know, a skull. It's just kind of, it works though, man. They know what they're doing. They just put dead things and death and murder on their emblems, and it kind of just ends up working. This is cool, but again, I never really played Blackout, so it doesn't really have any nostalgia for me or anything like that. And I don't know, I don't really have any good memories with it. For those that are gonna be like, what? You never played Blackout? How could you be a Call of Duty YouTuber but never played Blackout? I did play it. I just wasn't a fan of it. I don't like battle royales. I've explained this multiple times, man. I hate Warzone. I never played Warzone. I didn't play Blackout. I barely played Fortnite or Apex Legends or any of those battle royales. I'm just not a battle royale guy. You know what my most played battle royale of all time is? You guys are gonna freaking laugh at me when I say it. Forza Horizon 5's, because I like racing games. So, and that was a really fun, unique spin on a battle royale. That's the only one I've ever really played. Alrighty, lads, but breaking its way into the top 10, however, is a really nice one. I actually think Black Ops 4 did pretty good with their emblems. It's Black Ops 4 Zombies. Yeah, Black Ops 4 Zombies is just what are these called? God dang, a griffin? Is that what they're called? Oh, what are they called? I don't think it is a griffin. Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up real quick. Griffin. Animal? Is that what I should say? Yeah, griffin animal. Let's see here. Yeah, no, that's not what it is. A griffin is the flying eagle / tiger thing. God, what is it called, man? Ooh, it starts with a P and it's ends with an O. Either way, I'll look it up after this, but it's a really cool bird, pretty much, and it looks awesome. It's simple but works, in my opinion. Alrighty, I looked it up really quickly because it was going to drive me nuts if I didn't. It was a phoenix. That's what it is. Either way, coming in at 9th place, and the final one for the average tier before we get into the good tier is Black Ops 3 multiplayer. My favorite Call of Duty of all time, but I'll be the first to admit it's definitely not the best Prestige 1 emblem. I do think this game has some of the strongest Prestige emblems, though. I'll be the first to admit Prestige 6, 7, and 8, and not 9 really, but 10 are all really cool in Black Ops 3. They're all super cool emblems. But the first Prestige emblem is just a little bit boring. It's just a circle. It has a skull on it, and then some wings on the side of it. It's bronze, which I feel like that's kind of the universal Prestige 1 emblem color for Call of Duty. They're almost always just bronze, so it kind of just is a little forgettable, but still pretty cool. Alright, but now we are into the good tier. So the emblems in this tier, yeah, man, I like them. I like them for whatever reason. They just kind of strike me as a nice one. Are they my favorites in COD history? Definitely not, but they're close. And coming in at 8th place is going to Modern Warfare 3 2011, the OG Modern Warfare 3's emblem, which is just a cross thing. It's a red cross around a yellow circle. And in this picture, you might, if you've never played MW3, you might be looking at this picture and be like, that's really boring. How did that win? This guy's how did they get all the way up to 8th place? In game, it pops, and every Prestige emblem in MW3 is a different color, which is so cool, so well done. They all these emblems really pop on their own, and they stand out, and it looks really nice in game. It looks a lot better than just looking at it in a picture. And coming in at 7th place, I hate to put it up this high because apparently, I don't know if this is 100% confirmed or not, so don't quote me on this, but apparently Black Ops 6 uses AI to create their art now, but it is Black Ops 6's Prestige 1 emblem, which is like a zombie soldier holding a Thompson or Tommy gun with like a planet in the background or whatever. It's cool. It's a cool emblem or whatever, but again, if it is made by AI, that does take away some points for sure. Like if it becomes out as 100% confirmed that the AI created the prestige emblems in this game, then I'm definitely going to have to put it a little bit lower. It'll probably be in the bad tier instead of the good tier, because that's stupid, man. I mean, you're a multi-billion-dollar company and you can't hire a guy to make your prestige emblems, really? Coming in at 6th place, probably one of the most underrated, slept-on Prestige 1 emblems of all time, it's Advanced Warfare's. Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. Advanced Warfare definitely had some pretty boring Prestige emblems, I'll be the first to admit, but this is not one of them. Prestige 1 is just a scorpion. It's like a red scorpion. That's freaking sick, man. I don't care what anybody says. That is just so cool. Like, it's simple, but it works. You don't need something stupid, flashy, and over the top or whatever. Advanced Warfare's emblems were actually kind of the opposite of that. They were all kind of a little bit more dull and colorless a little bit. But this one in particular, I really like. As a matter of fact, I like Advanced Warfare's Prestige 1 emblem over a lot of their other Prestige emblems. And this game had a lot of Prestige emblems. Coming in at 5th place is unfortunate a little bit, because I feel like not a lot of people ever got to see it. This kind of applies to all the Blackout and Zombies or whatever emblems. I feel like nobody ever really got to see them, because obviously everybody really mainly plays multiplayer, but it's Black Ops 3 Zombies emblem. Black Ops 3 Zombies Prestige 1 emblem is just a blue wolf, like in like a weird little pattern, obviously like howling at the moon or whatever. Speaking of howling at the moon, my dogs will not shut up, so that's fun. But yeah, it's just like a blue wolf, which is really cool, but I feel like nobody ever really gets to see him. Or if you did see him, obviously you were probably a Zombies fan, but like I feel like 90% of them didn't. Alrighty, I think my dog should be done barking at this point. It was the reason why they were barking is my dad just got home, so makes sense. They loved our dad. They're young girls, they're such good girlies. If you saw them, you guys would be like, oh, you're such good girlies. You guys would squish your faces. Either way, coming in at 4th place, and the final one for the good tier before we get into the best tier, whatever, is going to Black Ops Cold Wars. Yeah, a slight spoiler alert, but the vast majority of the ones up towards the top are Black Ops ones. Black Ops just really knows how to like make some cool art. If I'm being honest, they just like do really good. And Black Ops Cold Wars Prestige 1, again, same thing by the way with MW19. The way that these 3 games, Vanguard, Black Ops Cold War, MW19 worked is like the prestiges reset or something. It was kind of, Black Ops Cold Wars was really weird. It was even weirder than MW19's the way it worked. And nowadays you unfortunately can't even get this and like apply it on Black Ops Cold War anymore, because they're all just linked to Vanguards. I don't mind that for MW19 since it didn't have any prestige emblems, but Black Ops Cold Wars, you can't even like apply this as your Prestige 1 emblem. You have to just go with the stupid freaking ugly gross looking Vanguard one, which is stupid. This one's so much cooler. Alright, but now we're into the best tier. So the top 3, obviously, because there's 3 left. So the 3 in the best tier are, in my opinion, the 3 best Prestige 1 emblems. Realistically, they can almost always be swapped out for one another, except for first place. First place is kind of like, yeah, it's got to be first place. Coming in at 3rd place, though, is Black Ops 2's. Black Ops, dude, again, Black Ops just has the colors popping. In Modern Warfare games, they're not bad. I'm not saying they're bad or anything. You know, MW3 got up there in 8th place, and Advanced Warfare got up there in 6th. So they make some good emblems, but they're just a little bit boring. They're like military camo like ones, and they're more realistic, which if you're into the more realistic stuff in Call of Duty, then you probably like those better, obviously. But the Black Ops ones, I think this is so much cooler, man. It's just a bright green emblem, and it's so, like, stands out. It pops. Realistically, the design isn't anything crazy. It's just another, I think, Phoenix yet again, but it's really cool. And coming in at 2nd place, the only one that kind of held the candle to 1st place, in my opinion, because it's going to Black Ops 1's. Black Ops 1's Prestige 1, man, they cooked. They cooked back in the day. This is, by the way, this is around the time when they were still going for realism in their Call of Duty games, and this is what they decided to do for their Prestige 1 emblem. Really well done. As a matter of fact, Black Ops 1 has some of the coolest Prestige emblems in COD history. I think they did really cool with their Black Ops emblems. It's just like a red X on the background, but in the middle it's this gold rocket that's like taking off, which is so cool because it's obviously, you know, Black Ops set in the, you know, Vietnam War area, the Cold War era, where they were threatening with all these nuclear launches and everything, and then it's the rocket. Like, it's really well done, and even though it's like, yeah, more bright and colorful, it's period correct, and I think that's really cool. But 1st place, yeah, Black Ops 4 had a little bit of an identity crisis because it's not really period correct, but it's sick. It's so cool. It's Black Ops 4, this is multiplayer, man. It's just like a knight helmet with like a green background. The knight has like gold and silver in it. It's a really cool clash of colors. Black Ops 4 had some of the most out there prestige emblems. They were just like so colorful and so in-depth. There was so much design to them, and it was weird because, like, yeah, you could look at them up close, but 9 times out of 10 you were just looking at them in in game when they were very small, and it just kind of looked like a blob of colors, if I'm being honest, in game. But up close, god, the detail was insane. This is just so cool. Again, Black Ops 4 again definitely had a little bit of an identity crisis. Like, this is set in the future with all these specialist upgrades, and then zombies had all these weird things going on too, but it freaking worked. This is a cool emblem, man. Whoever created this, pat on the back. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video ranking all Prestige 1 emblems in Call of Duty history from worst to best. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see in the comment section down below. Check the links in the description for any of my other social medias or YouTube channels or any of that great mumbo jumbo. And yeah, let me know if you guys actually enjoyed this or not, if you thought it was a horrible idea, if you thought it was a great idea, whatever. Just give me your honest feedback, your constructive criticism on it. I would really like to know. I think tomorrow's video, by the way, is going to be on playing COD 4 Remastered in 2025, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't really remember. I'm lining these videos up because tomorrow on, well, okay, so the time this video goes live, it won't be tomorrow for you guys, but tomorrow while I'm recording this, because it's Thursday right now, I'm going to my sister's house for the weekend, and just going to be spending like a bunch of time up there with them. And so yeah, I'm just kind of like I'm backlogging videos, that way I don't have to do like YouTube work while I'm supposed to be like hanging out with my family and stuff, obviously. So I don't know when this video is going to go live exactly, but I think tomorrow should be the Modern Warfare Remastered gameplay video. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoy this, we will be doing a part 2 with obviously the Prestige 2 emblems and stuff like that in the future. But we have so many, dude. I have literally, all right, you know what, it's the outro. If the people that don't care at this point have probably already left, and so the people that are still watching probably actually care about the channel, so I'm going to read them all off to you. Here are all the ideas that I have written down so far for video ideas. Are you guys ready? Some of these I might have already done and I just forgot to take them off, by the way, but we're going to go through them rapid fire. Ready? Here we go. God, I'm gonna lose my breath, so just bear with me. Ranking every camouflage in every Call of Duty, maps that I wouldn't want to live in Call of Duty history, maps I would want to live in Call of Duty history, Call of Duty hot takes, and then you can, even if you guys enjoy the hot takes video, we can do one on each specific Call of Duty game, and zombies, and multiplayer, and campaign. There's a ton of different ways you could do hot takes. Ranking every 3-round burst pistol, ranking every Call of Duty based on sniping only, doing the same thing, but ranking them based on maps only, doing the same thing, but ranking them based only on shotguns, ARs, SMGs, LMGs, pistols. You could do all kinds of videos that way. Ranking all mastery camos, every one of them, that's gold, diamond, dark matters, whatever the mastery camo is. MW19 had like obsidian, MW3 has the prestige camos, all the mastery camos in COD history. Ranking every single one of those from worst to best. Ranking every infected game mode, because it's one of my most played game modes. Ranking every gun game mode. Ranking all prestige emblems, that's kind of what we're doing right now. Top 20 best prestige emblems, the community COD games tournament, which actually, again, that's one that I already did. That was 2 days ago. You guys already saw that one, but yeah, that one we just did. Ranking all hit marker sounds, menu music, opening cinematics, like the opening, you know, cutscenes that when you start a game ranking all the menu screens and user interface, pretty much. Ranking all the created class systems, ranking every version of the M4, MP5, Dragunov, M16, from MP7, FAMAS, M1911, RPD, all kinds of ways you could do that as well. Ranking every gold camo, we already did that actually. Ranking every diamond camo, ranking every dark matter camo, and black sky, chrome, you know what I mean, like the mastery camo. My favorite / least favorite thing about every Call of Duty, ranking every lethal grenade in every Call of Duty, top 20 coolest looking or the most boring, the weirdest looking guns, the weirdest / coolest / most boring gun in each Call of Duty, ranking all perks in both zombies and multiplayer, ranking all zombies wonder weapons, ranking all zombies NPCs, ranking all campaigns, ranking weapon animations in the newer ones, obviously, the worst / best thing about each Call of Duty, COD misconceptions, things that all Call of Duty players do, things that only noobs do in Call of Duty, my favorite Easter egg in every COD, top 10 Easter eggs in every COD, ranking every zombies Easter egg, most underrated Easter eggs in zombies Call of Duty campaign and multiplayer, and like that's all we have right now. But dude, even just reading off those, I came up with like probably 5 more ideas just listening to those off. Like dude, it's literally insane. I have so many ideas. I can't, it's honestly kind of driving me a little bit nuts because I'm overthinking it and just thinking of all these ideas that I could possibly do, and I'm just like, oh, I should do that, I should do that, I should do that. It's insane, bro. But either way, I'm having so much fun with this channel, and it's mainly because of you guys, man. So thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. But either way, let me know if there's any videos you guys would like to see that you think would be a good idea, and I'll absolutely add them to the list for sure. But don't think that means I'll get to it immediately, because as you can see, there's a lot of ideas I got. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Das Vidania, and have a nice